for some case notes from last February. Burn victim. Name of Warnock.
Ah, dangerous. I heard you were in the building. Could you do us a favour?
Sure.
You knew a bloke called Pearly Gates, didn't you?
My favourite car thief.
Yeah, I just brought him in. Heart attack. Could you pop in, formally ID him?
Sure. Where is he? Yes, that is Hector Aloysius Gates.
Thanks.
So, Pearly, that's it then. Well, you have a good trip. Pearly?
Hello, anybody? Hello?
Oh, God, don't make me do this.
Oh, I don't know, dangerous. Snogging a stiff.
Oh, desperate or what? Good man.
Sorry, mate.
So, to sum up, you are all here because you do not control your own minds, your ideas, or your future. But from now on, this will change. You're gonna start running your own lives. So what do we say? I am me, and I am great, and I can do anything I want. I am me, and I am great, and I can do anything I want.
I am me, and I am great, and I can do anything I want.
I am me, and I am great, and I can do anything I want.
Oh, really, it's good. That one, she's a genius. Look, she's even been published. I am me. Me. It's about self-definition and being assertive. You should try it.
Why?
Because then you'll be empowered and get ahead and get respect and stop people taking the piss.
Just like that.
Yes. Chapter 1, saying hello to yourself. I am
Davis.
me, and I am great, and I can do anything I want.
Say again?
I am me, and I am great, and I can do it. Sorry, it's... I am me, and I am great.
Why do you crop it, eh? Sauces like that. I never understand it. I mean, you're halfway competent, but you've got no...
Bollocks, Gov.
Hey, don't take the piss. Yeah, bollocks. But you've got to be a bit more,
Assertive?
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, I know, I'm working on it. What's this?
Reported suicide. They're waiting for you down at the mortuary.
We've done that gag.
Oi, this is me. Bit of faith, please.
So, are you sure?
Sure.
Sure that he's dead?
Well, I do have his brain in a jar here, so I presume he's dead. Or he could be a detective constable working in North London. Male, late 20s, in the water for approximately 7 hours. Cause of death, drowning. He also seems to have ingested a large amount of alcohol and antidepressants in the hours prior to his death.
So you think it was a suicide?
He had rocks in his pockets. And they don't give those things to happy, smiling people. I dare say his doctor will be able to enlighten you further.
Any ID?
Henry Winton, 3 Stadium Lane.
Presumably close to our new Cathedral of Sport.
He was a medical researcher with a top team, history of depression-related problems, but according to his doctor, the last couple of years, he's been pretty stable.
But not excessively. Okay, well, write it up and sign him off.
No, I want to stick with this one for a bit.
Why?
Well, for a start, when I went to his house, Gov, he seemed to be in the middle of redecorating. And just been talking to the river police. Jumpers always choose proper rivers. And they nearly all have torn fingernails. Why? Because at the last minute, their instincts take over and they try to hang on to the bridge supports before being drowned or swept away.
Your point being?
That the basic instinct to survive triggers physical actions that could save you. So if you lay down in a canal, those same instincts would take over. A few rocks in your pockets wouldn't stop you standing up, right?
Stone me dangerous. You're beginning to sound like a detective.
Hello?
Detective Constable Davis, I wonder if I could have a word.
It's very inconvenient.
Why didn't you phone first?
I'm sorry.
I mean, this business has already brought the whole place to a grinding halt.
Death tends to have that effect, sir. Perhaps you could tell me about the setup here.
We are a small research company. My brother Carl is the star of the place. I am management and money. Henry Winton was Carl's senior assistant, and this is Anna Beecham, his junior assistant.
Miss Beecham. And Carl, Swanee?
At home. All too much for him. Real life usually is.
So, what do you all do here?
What we do here is try and invent new drugs which will one day make us all get very rich.
John.
At least that's what I do. I can't afford the high ideals of everyone else around here.
So, any particular reason you can think of for Henry Winton's suicide?
Oh, he was always a neurotic bugger.
John, for God's sake.
No, I'm sorry. Look, I don't wish to appear insensitive, but life has to go on. Soon.
There's a phone call for you, Mr. Swanee.
I'm sorry about him.
So, did you know Henry Winton well?
We've been working together for 2 years now, but he was a lot closer to Carl than he was to me. I mean, they practically share the same brains. I'm not really in their league.
Oh, I'm sure you have to be very clever to get in here.
Thank you.
So, have you any idea why Henry might have...
Not really. Look, can I call you tomorrow? I just need a day to get my head around a couple of things.
Oh, please do. In the meantime, if I could have Carl Swanee's number.
You'll have to get past the guard dog.
No, I'm fine with dogs.
She's called Sestrina. She's his wife.
Davis. Sorry we're late. I had to take my husband to the doctor's.
So, what exactly were you and Henry working on?
It's all right, darling. He's a policeman. In the research world, you never actually say what you're working on.
It'll go no further, I promise.
Well, we're investigating the effects of the accumulation of beta-amyloid protein fragments into abnormal plaques and their role in causing the degeneration of brain cells.
And in layman's terms?
That was layman's terms.
I'm sorry, my husband does tend to inhabit a slightly different world to the rest of us. I'll try and translate.
Yes, thank you.
Carl's team are working on a drug which could one day delay and reduce the effects of Alzheimer's.
Wow. That's pretty major.
Doesn't get much bigger.
Could be of huge benefit to mankind.
Which is one of the reasons why security is paramount and intellectual theft a constant fear.
I understand. And what was Henry's part in all this?
Well, he was my right hand. I mean, he was so good, and I'm so angry with him. Well, I am. I mean, I don't know what he was playing at. I don't understand it. No, I'm sorry. Would you excuse me, please? I'm finding all this very...
Go up and lie down. I'll be up in a minute.
Sorry. Please, excuse me. I'm sorry.
He lives his research. Anything that disturbs that single-track concentration gives him a migraine. He can't boil a kettle, drive a car, even tie his own shoelace.
Hard work.
No. Looking after him is my job. My contribution to the work.
So why do you think Henry killed himself?
I haven't a clue, Mr. Davis. Sometimes the mind can be a very dark and dangerous place.
You're working late?
Lot to catch up on.
Carl will be back tomorrow, headaches permitting.
Good.
Can you lock up?
Of course.
Message for Anna Beecham. Would you please call Detective Constable Davis as soon as she gets this message? Thank you.
What?
Anna, the other assistant. She was supposed to call me today. She hasn't.
That's what's spoken, you bloody hell. I've had women not call me for years.
Not quite liked her.
Fancy her.
Liked.
Oh, I bet that her swinging from the rafters and a flush of hormonal ecstasy.
She had a quality.
And did you tell her?
Of course not.
Dr. Erickson says you should show a woman the animal within while still keeping it muzzled.
Sure this isn't about dogs?
Now, that is lovely, but if you could just straighten up that edge of it, you know, so it's clean. Oh, Mr. Davis! And your friend?
It's Harley Davidson. And An XL53C Sportster Custom. Oh my God, I want to make love to it.
Don't touch the bike. It's mine. Don't touch it.
Gentlemen, I'd like you to meet my sister's boy, Oliver.
Ollie.
Should we keep it indoors?
Only when I'm down south. I mean, coppers round here ain't worth shite. You'll be nicked in 10 minutes and then the bugs would probably try and flog it back to you, right?
Oh, definitely.
I was hoping that with all your contacts, you might be able to point Oliver in the direction of some suitable employment.
What does he do?
He comes from Preston.
I had a big bike once. Vincent Black Shadow.
No way. Where is it?
Crashed on the Isle of Man.
Isle of Man? You raced?
No, I just crashed.
Let's go for a burn.
What?
Come on.
No, I don't think
Oh,
so.
yes, you must.
No, I mustn't.
Show him what an ace you are.
I haven't got a helmet.
Ah, I got a spare. Come on. Let's burn, baby, burn.
So what plans do you have for my room, Mrs. F?
I don't know. Frankly, Mr. Davis, I'm torn. Deeply torn. I don't know whether to break and go for a bold and exciting Regency stripe or stay with my usual sturdy Anaglipta. I am a soul divided.
We're home.
You can get off now. Come on. There you go. He said that was great and he wants to do it again tomorrow. Is Anna Beecham around?
I don't see her, do you?
I beg your pardon?
Your first language is English.
Mr. Swanee.
Right, thank you. I'm a bit busy, so if you'll excuse me...
No, I won't. I'm a police officer making certain investigations here. Now, would you kindly be civil and cooperate, or we'll have to continue this discussion down the station?
I'm going to be talking to your superior officer.
You'll enjoy that. Meanwhile, could I have your employment file on Anna Beecham?
Wait here.
Do you know where Anna is?
No, I'm sorry.
Does she often take days off unannounced?
No, but I'm sure there's a very good reason.
How's the migraine?
I get flashing lights in the corner of my eyes.
Maybe you should take a few days off.
No. No, I don't think so. Have you been upsetting him?
Please ask Miss Beecham to call me as soon as you hear from her.
I don't want to speak to her.
Morning, Mr. Swanee.
So bloody rude.
Hello? Just dump it on the doorstep.
I'm a police officer.
Not the wine.
Sorry. Is Anna Beecham around?
No, well, she should be at work.
I've tried her there.
All right, hang on. See? Not here.
So when did you last see her?
Well, I haven't actually seen her in person for a couple of days. But that doesn't mean she hasn't been here. It just means that I've been a bit out of it. Party season.
Does Anna have a boyfriend she might be staying with?
Dunno. It's hard to tell with her. All her blokes are called David or Jeremy and are young lawyers for God or something.
Any Henrys?
Well, only that poor bloke from the lab.
Henry Winton.
Yeah, that's really sad. Now, he was always around here, but only to talk work, gobbledygook.
Do you think he was keen on her?
Well, I think any guy would be. I mean, once she gets out of the lab coat and puts on some slap, she's seriously good news.
They don't think Henry would have got a look in.
Would that make you feel better?
Sorry?
Fancy her, do you?
I've only met her once.
Well, I've only met you the once.
So you've no idea where she might have gone?
Parents, maybe.
Do you have an address for them?
Oh, give me a break. I hardly know where I live, let alone where the hell everyone else is. Okay, I think they live up near IKEA or something. Are you married?
Sort of.
Oh, please. Sort of means you are married. Don't try that line on me, Mr. Policeman.
Hello there. Did the estate agent send you?
Detective Constable Davis. Mrs. Beecham.
Is something wrong?
I'm making inquiries about Anna Beecham, your daughter.
Well, why? What's happened? Is she all right?
Well, I'm sure she's fine. I'm just trying to contact her on a work-related matter.
Oh, Henry Winton.
Yes.
Well, you best come in. Mr. Beecham's in the garden. I'm just getting his lunch. Oh, you'll be wanting a sandwich too.
No, I'm fine.
Don't be silly. I can tell when a man's not had his lunch. Dad, come on. Hey. Mr. Davis is a policeman.
Oh, well done, lad.
Thank you.
He's looking into the Henry Winton sadness.
Poor Henry. Right tragic.
This is our Anna with Henry. And he looks quite happy there.
Bit sweet on her, if you ask me.
Is Anna your only child?
Yes, the good Lord blessed us own little ones.
Well, that's her graduating from London University.
And you don't come from around here?
No, near Doncaster. We just came down for Anna's student years. Look out for her, like, you know.
To keep her fed properly.
That's really nice.
But now she's up and away, we're off back home. London's not for us.
So, you don't happen to know where Anna is?
We haven't spoken to her since she told us about poor Henry a couple of days ago. She was terribly upset.
Only I don't seem to be able to get hold of her.
Have you tried her mobile?
I've left a few messages, but as yet, no reply.
Oh, that's not like her.
Oh, not at all.
Oh, well, not to worry. I'm sure she'll turn up. If you do hear from her, perhaps you could ask her to give me a call.
Oh, we'll start looking right away.
Yeah. Oh, I'll wrap this up for you, shall I?
Wish I had parents like that.
Wish I had parents.
Straightforward people who love one another. And their daughter, who still hasn't called.
Maybe your amazing charisma has rendered her incapable of speech.
Davis? Uh-huh. Okay. I'll be right there.
What?
Mrs. Full-James says there's been a crime.
There, Oliver. It's going to be all right. I've brought Mr. Davis and his friend.
They're no bloody good.
Oh, now, Oliver.
What's up?
What's it look like? Me bike. Buggers have stolen my bike. I stopped for 5 minutes to get gyro, and they're laying in wait. Southern bastards.
Someone has stolen his motorcycle.
I think I got that far.
You will find it for him, won't you?
It's a uniform job, Mrs. F. You must report it down the station.
Oh, Mr. Davis.
They'll take the appropriate action.
I think of you as family. He's just a child.
I'll ask around.
So helpful, isn't it?
I've been waiting for you for half an hour.
How can I help you, Mr.
Is this your superior officer?
Detective Constable Davies has my full confidence and a reputation around here second to none.
Doesn't say much for the rest of you. Perhaps I should go further up the line.
What did you want?
Anna Beecham has stolen some papers.
You've seen her?
I did not say that. Please listen. I said she has stolen some papers.
What papers?
Notebooks. Henry Winton's notebooks, to be precise.
When did you discover this?
I didn't. Carl was looking for them. He says they've gone missing from his office. Anna's the only other person working there.
What was in these notebooks?
Everything. The formulas, the methods, test results.
Why would Anna steal them?
Oh, for God's sake, look. I know this is darkest Willesden, but why do you think?
Mr. Swanee.
To sell, of course. Does the size of this thing not register with you people? This is potentially a great medical breakthrough, worth billions to any rival who got his hands on it. You have to find this woman before she betrays not just us, but future generations. Wakey, wakey, Willesden!
Hello. What do you want?
The dog.
It's not Wednesday.
The dog doesn't know that.
Well, I do.
What difference does it make whether I take him on Wednesday or Tuesday?
We agreed Wednesday, so I would be very grateful if you would stick to Wednesday, because that way I know whether I'm coming or going.
Now, you listen to me.
I beg your pardon.
We had an agreement. Reasonable access. The dog is there. I am here. I have my own lead. So I expect you to be reasonable and step aside and let me take him for a walk. Okay?
Shouldn't drink so much coffee.
I'm trying to get a clearer picture here. This Alzheimer's drug.
Pills on.
Pills on. How far down the track is it?
Quite a way.
Enough for other people to pick it up and run with it.
Yes, that's the panic. Someone could beat us to it. I can't believe their security was so lax. I blame John. He's supposed to run things in there.
I don't suppose he thought that...
That Anna would steal from us? No.
But would she know where to sell the notebooks?
The drug research community is quite a small shark pool. They all know and loathe each other.
Hello?
Come in.
It's so unlike her not to get straight back to us when we leave a message.
So, why did you come then? I was wondering, does Anna have any debts or anything?
No. We've always made it quite
Whatever
clear.
you do, don't get into
Neither a
debt.
borrower nor a lender be.
Only some papers have gone missing from the laboratory, and...
Anna would never do anything that wasn't absolutely right and proper.
Not our girl, you can be quite sure.
Fine. How about her friends? Have you met any of them?
Oh, really? Work people? A flatmate, Daisy?
Okay, thank you. Well, I better be off, but please don't worry. We'll find us soon, I'm sure.
Thank you. I know you're doing your best.
Maybe I could have one of those photos.
Sorry about that one, Dangerous. Your mates had me over a barrel.
I got the picture. What's wrong with you, anyway?
Emphysema.
Sorry.
Common in coal miners. Never been near a pit in my life. Unless you count Alsden.
What do the doctors say?
Goodbye, mainly. So what's your problem?
Harley Davidson lifted from outside the social. Your people, perhaps?
Oh, Harleys. Beautiful things. Used to have one myself.
I want it back. Belongs to a friend of mine.
Could be tricky. It's going to Germany.
If it does, I'll nick you.
Like I really care. There's a van coming through, a few Nick bikes. Stopping up here tomorrow night.
What time? Where?
What's in it for me?
Absolution.
That sounds fair.
Tomorrow night.
My pub night, sacrifice for a few lousy motorbikes.
It's a tough life.
By the way, Dangerous, there's a bloke waiting for you in the interview room.
Who?
Mr. Tutankhamun. Looking a bit peaky. Wonders if you could give him your snog of life.
Oi, you.
Why me?
Shut it.
What?
Shut it, or I'll sort you. Do you think she has any particular extravagances?
With her debts?
How do you know she's got debts?
Because she can't shut up about them.
And how did she incur them?
Same as everyone. She was a student for 6 years. All graft, no dosh, borrow, borrow, borrow. That never worries me, but makes Anna sick. Literally.
Why do you think that is?
She's a northerner.
Ah.
They're very moral.
Right. And still no word from her.
It's funny. She usually texts me if she's going off somewhere.
I need to find her.
Obviously.
Did Anna ever bring anyone else round here from work?
No. Oh. Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, a few weeks back there was Anna, Henry, and some old guy. Well, I was upstairs. I'd had a bit of a night. They were having a drink in the garden. Henry was batting on about something, and Anna and the old man just listened.
Could you hear what they were saying?
No. I wouldn't have understood anyway. Anna said he was Professor somebody.
And you never saw this man again?
No. Just nutty Henry and his endless deep and meaningfuls with Anna. Would you like a tequila slushy?
Professor somebody.
Yes.
Now, everybody is a Professor somebody in this business. You can't move for professors. My brother is a professor.
Well, maybe he'd know him. Is he coming in today?
Oh, no, Carl's not talking to anyone today. He's playing his genius card. He clams up and shuts down, withdraws him into his own little world until the storm has passed.
Well, you must know the experts in your area.
Why don't you try this little lot, hmm? Okay, I will try and talk to Carl, see if he can narrow the field.
Why are you so angry all the time?
You spent 40 years being a nursemaid, see how you like it.
How'd it go?
You were watching. How do you think I was doing?
Oh, you know. Hopelessly.
I don't understand it. I'm single. I can stand upright. I don't have web feet. Why would she heed my entreaties?
Maybe she's deaf.
This problem isn't getting your full attention, is it?
I've been trying to work out this Anna thing. According to her parents, she's a little saint who can do no wrong, but she also has considerable debts.
Sounds like a good common girl. Piety, then sinning, and then guilt that leads back to piety. It's a vicious Catholic circle.
Davis. Oh, hello, Mr. Williams. 2 days ago. Nothing since. And what? Really? Thanks very much.
Where are you going?
Anna's been using her credit card in Wales. Can you get the bus?
Sure, why not? Get the bus. Clean the blackboard. I am me and I am great and I'm talking bollocks.
According to her credit card, and she's got £15,000 worth of debts.
So she needs the cash, nicks the secret, sells it to some dodgy professor.
I need to go down there.
What? I don't even trust you going down a corner shop, let alone bleeding Welsh Wales.
It's only a couple of hours away.
Why don't I get the local boys to check it out first?
No way. This is mine. You cannot take this away from me.
Okay. Keep your wig on.
And I'll be claiming the extra mileage.
Wait.
Morning.
Oh, yes. Yes, I remember. Yes, very nice young lady. It wasn't from round here, I reckoned. Probably from London.
Was she alone?
Oh, yes. Yes, very decent. Maybe not from London, perhaps.
Did she say what her reason for being here was?
She wanted somewhere to stay for the night. Oh, I see you mean what her business was. Yeah, sorry, no. No, they don't usually, no. We're a very private type round here.
Did she have any visitors?
No, not that I saw, no.
And in the morning?
Yes?
What did she do?
Had breakfast. Full Welsh breakfast, that is. The lot. Then she left.
Not saying where she was going or anything.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have the phone records?
Sorry?
Do you have a list of calls made by the guests from their rooms?
Oh, yes. Yes, I suppose we do. But you see, I reckon it'll be in this computer here. But that's down. That is like, that's down. That's down, that is. That won't be back up till tomorrow, that. No. But I tell you what, I bet Tecwyn might have seen her too.
Tecwyn?
Yes, Tecwyn Hughes, local artist. Lives just down the road there in a caravan. Yeah, oh aye. Tecwyn sees everything that happens around here.
Hello there. Want me to do your portrait, you?
Not today, thanks.
I had nothing to do with it.
With what?
I don't know. Anything. I'm just an artist trying to make a few quid.
I believe you.
Be the first one who ever has. You live in a caravan and you're the prime suspect for every damn thing that happens around here.
Have you seen this woman?
What's she worth?
I won't nick you.
Promise?
No.
You better take a look at my gallery then. Missing person, is it?
Just making inquiries.
You could lose an army out here, you know. A lot of still water running very deep. Oh, yes. Come in. Come in now. Now, where did I put it here? Where? There you go.
The Scream, Edvard Munch.
Okay, an educated policeman. Mm-hmm.
What's this got to do with her?
She inspired it. See, she's in a car window. Now, I was just sitting outside here doing some bird life for the summer crowds, you know, red kites and the like. You know, we got a whole family of them around here. You know, I get to sell as many sketches of red kites soaring as I do of people. Anyway, to cut a long story short.
Too late.
Hmm? Oh, funny. Anyway, I'm sitting there sketching a nice pair of beauties when this car comes belting down the track. All over the place it was. And that's when I saw her. And that's when I immediately thought, of the monk there. I'm a bit of an impressionist, see.
And was she really screaming?
More yelling, arguing like. Split second it was, over in a flash.
So how can you be so sure it was her?
I'm not.
Who was she arguing with?
I didn't see him.
Colour of car?
Silvery grey. Maybe a bit greeny, bluey.
You're an artist.
I don't do colour, do I? Came belting down here. Bat out of hell. Trail bike riders love this place.
Where does this lead?
I'll show you. Shortcut. Clean Gwyrdd. Green Lake to you. Nice, eh? I like to come out here and do a bit of sketching. Peaceful.
Took the suit to the dry cleaners.
Bet that shook him.
How do I look?
For what?
Ingrid only ever sees me in the library, right? So she could be mistaking me for just another one of those losers who go to her lectures.
Surely not.
So, if I bump into her in a normal situation, like down her pub, she'll see me as a normal, wonderful guy.
Are you sure you want to do this?
Why not?
I wouldn't like to see you get hurt.
That's very kind.
Could go find a bike.
Better be good, Dangerous.
Yeah.
Doors are open.
Maybe we should call for some more backup.
Why did you do that? I looked a right tit.
I had to have one last giggle. And I wanted the bike for myself.
Oh, yeah.
I did. I want to get out of here. One last burn. Easy rider, that's how I want to go. Blown off me chopper. Not in this dump. It's in me shed.
Promise. Silly bugger.
Here's that number that your girl called. That's a local one. It's not London or anything.
Do you recognize this number?
Yes, it's the Professor's. Professor Tapscott, miserable old sod, comes from London. He's expecting you in about half an hour. Well, I had to warn him, didn't I? I mean, he's local, isn't he?
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
Morning.
Professor Tapscott?
Quite possibly. My observatory.
You watched the stars?
And the comings and goings down the hill. Saw you arrive at the Spread Eagle yesterday. Oh, and I imagine that you bumped into the terrible Tickwin. So, how can I help you?
What are you professor of, sir?
I was a professor of clinical psychiatry. I specialized in senile dementia. I was hoping to be able to study it in myself when I got old, but alas, I'm still sound as a bell. Ding, ding. So, Craddock of the Spread Eagle says you're looking for Anna Beecham.
She hasn't been seen for the last few days. Last sighted at the Spread Eagle prior to coming to see you.
Uh-huh.
So did she come to see you?
Where's this leading?
To the truth, I hope.
That is a very subjective element in our dubious cosmos.
Well, let's test it, shall we?
And how will we do that?
I will ask you questions which you will answer, or I will wonder why not.
Please, sit down.
When did you last see Anna Beecham?
Oh, a few weeks ago. In London. Her place.
Not the other day.
No.
But she came down and stayed at the Spread Eagle and rang you. Presumably she wanted to see you.
Yeah?
But she didn't.
No.
Why not?
I don't know. Said she was coming, never arrived.
This didn't strike you as odd.
Marginally, but she's young.
Did she say why she wanted to see you?
Yes, she wanted to show me her late colleague's notebooks. I suppose you know about Henry Winton?
Did she have the notebooks with her?
Yes, so she said.
Her employers say that she stole those notebooks.
Oh. Yeah.
And you are an expert in a similar field.
Would you mind spelling out very clearly what you are hypothesizing here?
Did Anna come to sell you the information contained in the notebooks?
Oh, dear, oh, dear. Anna Beecham, a crook. Oh, my dear fellow. Look, her one flaw is a relentless and tedious pursuit of the moral high ground. She's a girl with a mission to save the world, not squeeze it for a few pieces of silver.
So why did she want to show you the notebook?
Mr. Davis, dementia and Alzheimer's are scourges that terrify and debilitate, often snatching away fine minds at the very zenith of their powers. Find a cure for such a disease would be of immeasurable benefit to mankind.
And worth a lot of money.
Oh, millions and millions, so long as it worked. Now, Henry Winton had serious doubts about the viability of Pilsen. Though Anna was bringing me his latest test results. She wanted me to check Henry's data, see if he was right.
Do you think he was?
Without a doubt. I thought so months ago, when they first told me about it. You see, Carl Swaney's approach would have destroyed as many brain cells as it saved. What you gained on the swings, you'd certainly lose on the roundabouts.
So Anna knew all this. She was half a mile away. She didn't arrive.
Oh, no. No. You can't seriously...
She was seen in a car with someone shortly after setting off to visit you.
Well, it wasn't me.
Can you prove that?
No. But could you find any possible motive why an old bastard like myself would want to harm a wonderful young woman whom I've always admired and respected? Who I was trying to help? Dig deep, Mr. Davis. Well, we both know there are other possibilities, however much we may wish to block them from our minds.
Any word from Dangerous?
Not yet, why?
The parents of Anna Beecham.
What are they doing here?
I'm looking for Dangerous. Barrett's been trying to explain the situation.
Bloody hell.
Sir! He says it's a woman!
And I've got the notebooks. What's left of them?
How was it dead?
She had a nasty great gash in her forehead, but the MO doesn't think that would have killed her on its own. I'll know more after the autopsy.
So how do we know it wasn't the next?
Locals saw someone else in the car a few minutes earlier.
Right, I'll pull in the Swannies then.
Well, don't start without me.
Hey, just as well. I pointed you at the lake, eh? So, finder's fee, maybe?
Go away, Dick. I have said I wasn't in bloody Wales, so I wasn't in Wales. Okay.
No. You say you were at home. No witnesses, no phone calls. You could easily have been in Wales on Tuesday morning.
I was in the lab by 11. You saw me.
That's only 2.5 hours away. You could easily have gone down the night before and left early in the morning.
And why would I have murdered Anna?
To stop her selling your secrets. To stop her exposing the fact that pills on might not work.
Oh, so now we're all biochemists, are we? You can't try your little tricks on me, Constable.
Quentin Tapscott doesn't think it works either.
Oh, that old fool, he's half gaga. He retired 10 years ago. Really, do stop talking before you make a total idiot of yourself. Look, chummies, much as I love your company, I have no intention of saying anything more without my lawyer present.
That's your right.
That won't work either. I do not fear silences. You can sit there all you like waiting for me to crack, but I'm saying no more.
I love it, you know, when my judgment is so clouded, I'm just willing somebody to be guilty. What's the word?
Yeah, his car's been through the car wash in the last couple of days.
Getting closer. Any signs of good old Welsh soil?
Not yet, no. Still looking.
Okay, good. Keep at it. Next, please.
Carl, we need you to answer our questions. Otherwise, we'll think you're hiding something. We need your help. We're all shocked by Anna's death, but we have to find out what happened. We're not trying to hurt you, but eventually you will have to answer our questions. Where were you? What do you know? What happened?
Interview suspended at 20:15.
This is getting silly.
I don't want to push him too hard.
No, Dangerous. That is exactly what you do want to do. This bunny's sitting in the headlights. Put your foot down, flatten him and see what squirts out the sides.
Very graphic, Gull.
Because if you don't do it, I will. What do you want to be, Mr. Pussyfoot the nice guy or the detective that gets results? Assertive is as assertive does.
You know, Pilson doesn't work. Far from benefiting mankind, it could be a serious danger. According to experts we have consulted, there is a basic flaw in your research. This means all your work, all your dreams of glory and Nobel Prizes are nonsense. It means everyone who has had faith in you has been conned by you. It means your whole I am the genius persona is a sham. You're just a neurotic who got it wrong.
No.
Henry thought so. So did Anna.
Henry.
Yeah. Tell me about Henry. Come on, Carl. Let it go.
Henry. Henry didn't believe that...
Go on.
Over the last couple of months, Henry has been coming to me with doubts about Pilson. He had it all wrong, of course, but he kept going on about it. We began to row. Then last week, Henry came round drunk, angry. He'd been doing more tests with negative results. I demanded he give me the notebooks. He was going to get them verified by someone else. We fought. I didn't see Henry fall. I just wanted to look at his test results.
Then what did you do?
Canal. Suicide thing.
And Anna Beecham?
Anna was Henry's friend.
And?
She was wrong, too.
So you killed her?
Carl Swanee nodded his head.
Interview terminated at 20:34.
You should have pushed him further.
No, he's lost it. He needs a lawyer.
You're so considerate, even to kill her.
He's just a mess.
Well, whatever. You want a drink? Dangerous. You've just got yourself a murderer.
Yeah.
I mean, don't jump up and down or anything, will you?
Everything was going so well, Ingrid. A few drinks, bit of witty banter. I was just edging toward inviting her to Murray's Cafe, and she tells me she's got a date with a racing driver. And would I mind giving her a lift to his place in Chelsea? Well, I explained to her, I haven't got a car, can't drive, never have, and I'm just about to embark on a brief dissertation on the evils of the automobile. When I looked up, and she'd gone. Just like that. What?
That's it.
What's it?
Brilliant. Well done.
Where are you going?
Back to the station.
Every time I talk, someone walks out the door.
Carl wouldn't have known what he was doing. His mind would have been disengaged.
It's probably a good line for the defense. Temporary insanity.
Yes. Yes.
You can understand how Henry came to die. It was more an accident than anything else, but...
Yes.
But Anna, all that organising, finding her, driving down there, driving her car into the lake, driving home.
Precisely. It's unbelievable. Not the real Carl at all.
No. Especially as he can't drive. Another strange thing. Last night, I rechecked the phone records for the Spread Eagle Hotel. Incoming calls this time. There was one number puzzled me. The night manager of the Spread Eagle remembers someone calling in to ask if Hannah Beecham was there. It was a woman's voice. Why did you ring that hotel? In the early hours of this morning, they finished checking Anna's car. Fingerprints easily survive being submerged in water. Think we'll get a match. Questioned. Something that you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be used in evidence. In your own time.
What Carl told you was true. Up until poor Henry lay in the pond, we did everything we could to bring him around, but it was too late. Carl was in shock, hysterical. He said Henry was trying to destroy his work, his life, his whole reason for living. I had to hold it all together. So we faked the suicide. Why not? He was dead anyway. Then Henry's notebooks went missing. I couldn't believe Carl hadn't destroyed them. It could only mean Anna had taken them. Which, of course, meant she knew about Henry's test, so I said I'd go and speak to her. She wasn't at her house, so I went round to the lab and I went through her desk and found her diary. For that day, she'd written a single phone number. I called it. It was the Spread Eagle. I got down there early next morning. I begged her to listen to me before she did anything with the notebooks. She agreed to talk as we drove, but she was adamant. She was going to see Quentin Tapscott, and I knew if she did that, word would get out and Carl would be destroyed. I thought, if I could only get the notebooks off her. We fought as she drove. And then we had the accident. I just ran. I was panicking, reacting wildly. Her neck must be broken, so... Well, we'd arranged one suicide.
Anna was still alive when the car went into the lake.
I had to look after Carl.
Shall we go? Everyone's driven, one way or another. They both wanted to do something to benefit mankind, and they ended up doing just the opposite. That's the trouble with obsessed people, Burley. They can't see the full picture. Unlike us, brilliant members of the constabulary who see everything. Burley? Bye.
They're starting a new course down the library.
Oh, yeah?
Getting in touch with your feminine side. Well, come on. Me and you, let's face it, we're not the most assertive types.
Getting in touch with your feminine side?
Yeah, well, it's not, you know, it's not anything. Fulham's win tomorrow, you reckon?
Fulham, definitely Fulham.
Fulham, yes.
Fulham.
Fulham.
I'm recently separated, but hope springs eternal.
Hello, I'm Natalie, and I have a little girl of 10.
It's all right, it's all right. No one's going to hurt you.
I liked her. Very attractive. But she laughed a lot.
Right, just for the record, where were you when... I've got to ask.